I want you to imagine a place with no laws, no repercussions, a place of which its citizens exist only for your entertainment and content. Whatever place you might be imagining, I'm certain it's nothing like Japan. But for a few influencers, that's exactly how they've been treating it. In this video, I'll dig a little deeper into who these people are and why they seem to be willing to sacrifice all reputation and moral conscience for what seems to be predominantly a fanbase of 10-year-old kids. Japan has always been at the top of people's bucket lists, but it seems in recent times that there's been a sort of explosion of interest for Japan, especially within content creation, to the point where just putting Japan in the title of a video increases the views tenfold. And Japan already reaching its pre-COVID tourism levels and the yen at an all-time low. It was only a matter of time before we would see the cloud-chasing influencers of the West flocking to Japan to get some content. I think it's smartest to start with the biggest asshole of them all, Johnny Somali.
Yo, guys, I'm so sorry.
Proudly presenting himself as a racist criminal, Johnny started his Japan streams all the way back in May of this year, and he was actually able to do most of his streams without consequence for nearly 6 months. Some of his accomplishments while in Japan include repeatedly yelling Hiroshima and Nagasaki while on public transport.
You know Hiroshima, Nagasaki, you know why you do this?
Desecrating photos of the late Prime Minister Shinzo Abe and being knocked out by a foreigner.
Don't grab nothing. Oh.
I think you can imagine which moment's my favorite. To no one's surprise, a lot of people on the internet, foreign and native alike, were left wondering why it was left to gang members and drunk foreigners to serve punishment to Johnny, after which he could simply get up and do it all again the next day. And it wasn't until October 12th where he was finally arrested on stream on trespassing charges after walking into an active construction site.
Oh, he's going into the warehouse? Nah, this is wild. I'm just a cameraman right here. I'm just a cameraman.
Oh. Hey, oh, Fukushima. Whoa. Fukushima. Hey, Fukushima. Hey, Fukushima. You come to work. We come to work.
He now faces 5 years in Japanese prison, and he'll be lucky if he's able to be deported back to the US instead. Johnny might be the first foreign streamer to act like this, but he certainly won't be the last. I personally think one of the problems lie with the streaming platform where we find all these rotten eggs, Kick. Made and predominantly filled by the people who Twitch no longer welcomes, it promotes itself as a more TOS relaxed platform that pays its creators more, aka come here and cash in on being a douchebag. And Kick's current track record for when these cases come up goes as following. They wait too long and then they pick out the biggest offender and give them some arbitrary punishment to set an example, which allows them to say, hey look, we take actions according to our TOS, we are a professional streaming site. But I think we all know that isn't the case. But it's not only the streaming world that brings out the worst in people. Even on YouTube there are those who cannot help but throw out everything that has to do with morals when views are at stake. Way back in 2017, Logan Paul went on a spree trying to break the record for most disrespectful foreigner, setting the new record after recording the unfortunate suicide of a Japanese man and uploading it. And even if we ignore that, he was generally being an asshole his whole stay in Japan. And now we have the YouTuber Fidias, who thought it would be a good idea to record himself stealing, skipping fares and taking advantage of the politeness of Japanese people. The video starts off by Fidias and his group of goons gathered in Nagasaki, where they explain that the goal is to be the first person to reach Aomori using no money of their own and relying purely on theft and kindness of others, where the winner of the challenge would win $10,000.
I'm going to travel across Japan for free against these 3 YouTubers, and the winner gets $10,000.
Fidias quickly learns that Japan doesn't play by its laws and is taken to the police station within the first hour of the video, where he's held for almost 6 hours. In the video he's also seen stealing from a hotel buffet, pretending to be sick to escape train security and disturbing locals.
While I'm waiting the bus, I will try to get some free breakfast. This is the hotel. I went up to the rooms to check the number so I could use it as a passcode for the breakfast.
Room 505. Thank you.
And it worked. I just have access to a 5-star Japanese buffet. and we're leaving the hotel without getting caught and without any problem.
But Logan and Fidias' similarities don't stop there, with both of them having terrible apologies after the fact. But at least Logan made a video. Fidias simply made a comment on another video excusing it on not knowing the culture, whatever that means. I guess Japan is such a foreign country that you can simply think theft is an accepted thing over there. And it doesn't even seem like he has any regret in all of this, as in his news community post on YouTube, he mocks the whole situation while promoting his news video by saying back to doing things for free with a laughing emoji. And the crazy part is, Japan wasn't the first country they were doing this in, it's actually the fourth, and it's a shame that it had to get to Japan before it got criticized. Any country that has public transport relies on the fares to turn a profit, and in turn increase the availability of public transport throughout the country. And this whole video series shouldn't have made it past the drawing board, let alone get 4 countries deep. But at least the aftermath of this whole situation has been great. Fidias continues to get dislike bomb on all his videos, so much so he is now shadow banned on his main YouTube channel, and he has to upload on a secondary channel where he doesn't even get a fraction of his normal view count. He has most likely ruined whatever reputation he might have had forever, although I don't think he had much of a community and was more of a clickbait Mr. Beast type creator, skip the charity. And as of recording this, the police has accepted JR Kyushu's criminal complaint, meaning if he ever were to return to Japan, he could face arrest. And accomplice and fellow YouTuber Ankita seems to have deleted all her social media facing the criticism of the video. I think the root of the problem is the same that Western countries have been facing for a while now. Clout chasing. Simply chasing those numbers. It's incredible what people will do for some virality, especially when it's been proven that you can eventually end up making a living of being a douchebag. Without excusing it, you might be able to understand how some people with zero skills and creative mindset see an opportunity to earn real significant life-changing money, with the only sacrifice being their own reputation and some poor stranger's day. It's a sad reality, and it's really hard to find a good solution to this. Most people have phones with cameras, so nothing's really stopping them from going out and doing this, besides common sense, which isn't looking as common anymore. So for now, the only thing we can do is shun those who do it and those who decide to watch this trash content. And remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this.